Hi guys, it's Daniela again and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm bringing you a classic makeup tutorial. The palettes that I'm going to be using are some older palettes and it's the Morphe 350S and 350M palettes. One palette is all matte, one palette is all shimmers. I spoke about this I think 2 videos ago, or maybe my last video, where I wanted to do looks with older palettes and start actually using my older palettes and like being a smart consumer and not just buying loads of new palettes when they come out. This idea was inspired by Samantha Ravndahl. On her channel, she's doing eye looks. I think it's like 3 or 4 eye looks with one specific older palette, and basically just encouraging people to use what they have in their collection. And I thought that was a really good idea and something that I definitely need to do. So I thought this would be a really good idea to do on my channel, just to inspire people to keep using what they have in their collection and, you know, don't feel the pressure to have to constantly buy new stuff when it comes out, which I obviously fall for quite a lot. So yeah, let me stop talking, and if you're excited about this video, please continue watching and let's get started. I've already primed my eyes using the Tarte Shape Tape. I have not set them with a translucent powder or any powder. I'm going to go straight in with eyeshadow and let's see how these eyeshadows work on like a semi-wet but kind of dry already basically base. So let's get started. So this is the first palette that I'm going to dig into, and this is the 350M palette by Morphe, and the first colour I'm going to go in with is this colour here for my crease, and I'm just going to put this all over my crease, and I'm going to do one eye off camera, one eye on camera, you know the drill. So now on the same brush, and the brush I used was the M441 brush, and I'm going to go in with this colour here, just really lightly, and build up this crease a little bit. And I'm not going to take this colour as high. And now with the M514, I'm going to go in with the same colour, and this is a smaller brush, and I'm just going to take this into my crease. I just want to make this colour more concentrated. Now with the same brush, I'm going to go in with this colour here, and this has got a little bit of kickback, and with this colour I'm also taking this into the crease and just building up that crease. So I'm just going to continue to build up this colour on the outer V and then take it into my crease. So the shadows do seem to be performing pretty well. They do seem to be clinging a little bit here and kind of skipping a little bit. I don't know whether that's because of my actual eyelid, because it kind of does happen quite a bit with my eyelid where I have to like, it's kind of wrinkly, that's why. Or whether it's because of the actual base that I used, because it was wet, or just the eyeshadows. But it seems to be blending away the skippiness. Skippiness, is that even a word? Now to darken my outer V, I'm going to go in with this colour here, which is a really like warm colour. It's really pretty. It's like a burnt kind of red, orange. And I'm just taking this on the outer V and I'm going to take it in a little bit. I just want this look to be a little bit more like orangey red instead of brown, because at the moment it's kind of just brown. Yeah, the eyeshadows do seem to be sticking right here, and I don't know what it is. I'll see if it happens on this eye. So I'm just going to keep building that outer V colour in. So now I'm going to go in with this colour here, and I'm going to put this on the outer V and then take it into my crease. I'm kind of just playing. I don't really have like a look in mind. It was either going to be copper or brown. And to be honest, I'm not mad at how this is looking. It's not my favourite look in the world, but it's not bad. So I'm just going to go in with the shimmer now. This is the 350S palette, and this is all shimmers. And I'm going to go in with this colour first. I'm going to try it dry, and I'm not cutting my crease. So it's not bad dry. It is obviously a little bit flaky. I'm going to try it wet now. It is very crumbly on the actual palette itself. It's not as vibrant as I would like. I'm going to go in with my finger. I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera, but it's really flaky. Even on just like my finger. So because I took it too far, I'm going to go back in and just darken out the outer V. Just because I don't want it to be all over the lid. Oh, there is fallout, by the way. But obviously I didn't use like a glitter glue or anything. So now that I've done this eye, there's something about it that's making me not like it. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to go off camera, do this eye, and then I'll be back. Hi guys, I'm back. So as you can see, I have done my eyes. I'm not absolutely loving this look, and I'm not hating it. I'm very like, about it. I don't know whether it could be me, it could be the eyeshadows. I don't know. It could be the colours that I chose that I'm not vibing with. But, So, as you can see, my face is a little bit orange because I colour corrected using the e.l.f. Colour correcting stick in orange. So now it's time for foundation. So for foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Stay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation in 10 Ivory. So I'm probably just going to use 1 and a bit drops of this foundation because this is very full coverage. So now I'm going in with concealer. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C3. I don't know how much I've got left of this. I do use this as well as my Tarte Shape Tape. So I might not really be using my Tarte Shape Tape on camera a lot unless I'm actually going out and keeping the makeup on, just because it is quite expensive. So like I'm literally wasting product. So I might just use this on camera because it is cheap. So I'm going in with my beauty blender just to blend this out. So I'm just going to set my under eye now. And I made sure I blended out any of the creases if there were any, because you don't want to set creases. And just anything that's left on the actual beauty blender, I'm just going to go over my face a little bit. So now that my face is completely set, I'm going to go over with the PS Glow Setting Powder. Setting powder? No, spray. This does have like a really aggressive spray, so just letting you know. So now I'm going to go in with my Benefit Cheek Parade palette, which is this one. And I'm going to take Hoola and Hoola Light mixed together. And just use this to bronze up my skin. So I'm just taking my bronzer over my nose a little bit. So now with a smaller brush, I'm going to go in with Hoola. And just take this closer into my ear. Kind of like a contour, but not. Just to kind of define my cheeks a little bit. So with that same brush for Hoola, I'm going to go over my temples a little bit. And bring it more into this side. Because this will make my face look smaller if I put the like shadowing here. So now for blush, I'm going to go in with this one. This is Ofra Raisin. I think I bought this ages ago because of Katie. Like Luster Lux. I think it was her that spoke about this blush. So I'm just going to go in with a really light hand and add that to my cheeks. Now for highlight, I'm going to use the PS Pure Glow Highlighting Kit. And I'm going to go in with this colour here. I'm just going to put this on my cheeks. On my cheekbones. And I'm not adding a lot. I just want a little bit of glow. And then down my nose. So now for lower lash line, I'm going to go in with this colour here. And by the way, this palette does have kickback. Like, if you didn't know that. I don't really mind kickback as long as I don't go through the shadow too quick. Like, if it's excessive kickback, that means I'm going to go through the shadow a lot quicker than expected. And I would definitely tap the excess off because it is very, like, powdery. And I am taking this colour all the way in. So now with a smaller brush, I'm actually going to go in with this colour and take this on my lower lash line. And I'm also kind of blowing this colour out as well. So now with a different brush, I'm going in with this colour. And I'm just going to put this closer to my lash line and just like more on the outer part of my lower lash line. So now that I've done the lower lash line, I want to work in my waterline. So for the waterline, you can either use a brown, a black, a nude. You can kind of use whatever colour you want. So I'm actually going to go in with the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in Metallic Copper and put this in my lower lash line. For my top lash line, I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in Fishnet. And this was a little sample. I've got to say, it's actually pretty good. It's not transferring to my bottom lash line. Like, usually that does happen. So now for inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in with the 35OS palette. And I'm going to take a little brush and go in with this colour here. It's like a champagne gold. And just place this in the inner corners. I do have to say, the shimmers are quite flaky. but it's only a few of them that seem like they're softly pressed. Some of them are really crumbly and flaky, and then some of them are pressed quite like hard, so they're not as flaky. Like this one is super flaky. You can probably see from just my finger swatch. This one is as well, but then like this one isn't, or this one not flaky. Some of them are flaky, some of them are not. So the ones that are a little bit flaky and haven't been pressed as hard, I would definitely use like a glitter glue or an adhesive in any way. So now for mascara, I'm using the Essence I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. Still trying this out. Mascara to me is kind of like meh, unless it's like really bad. This one is very wet, and I don't like how much product actually comes off the wand. So I actually do have to clean off the wand. I definitely do feel like this mascara doesn't give as much volume like as Crazy Volume would suggest, but it does like cling to every lash and coat them very well. And now I'm just going to touch my brows up a little bit, and I'm using the PS Skinny Brow Pencil in dark brown. I'm just brushing them through, and anywhere I've got like little sparse areas, I'm just kind of going through it a little bit. So then I'm just going to brush them through with the PS Brow Gel in dark, I think. And I'm going to use this very lightly because this is very pigmented. Okay, so now that I've got 2 huge caterpillars on my face, let's set my face. So I'm just going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Now for lips, I'm going to go in with the LA Semi-Permanent Auto Lip Liner, Long Lasting All Day Wear in Natural. And I'm just going to line my lips. My lips are really dry, so I'm struggling. So I'm going to go in with Lolita by Kat Von D. So this is Lolita by Kat Von D on my crooked ass lips. But because my lips are so dry at the moment, I am going to put a gloss. I'm going to go over this with the Morphe Flower Crown Liquid Lip Gloss, sorry. And this will lighten it a little bit. And I have got butthole lips, but that's fine. So this is the final look using the Morphe 350S and 350M palettes. So I actually do like how this look has come out more now than I did at the beginning. I really didn't like it. I don't know whether it was me, the actual eyeshadows, the base, my wrinkly ass eyelids, or I'm just not having a good makeup day. But I do like how it looks now. I like the lip with this look. You could obviously do a nude. The palettes, I don't really not recommend them, but I don't really recommend them. It's kind of like whether you want a palette like that, whether you're going to use these kind of colours, and if you're a beginner, will you use that like to practice with? If you're advanced, do you need these colours? Do you have these colours already in better qualities? They're not like terrible. I've had a lot worse like quality wise, but they're not as good as the Jaclyn Hill palette, I think. Obviously, I'll still use them. I'm still going to keep them. I don't think they're necessarily bad palettes. I do think that a lot of the colours are quite similar. It is quite overwhelming, especially if you're a beginner. I'm not a beginner, and I do still feel overwhelmed by the amount of shadows in there. I did notice in the shimmer palette, some of the shimmers wasn't pressed properly or hard enough because they are very flaky and crumbly, where some weren't. The matte seemed pretty fine. I did have some issues with skipping and a little bit of patchiness, but honestly I don't know whether that's my old ass wrinkly eyelid or the actual palette itself. But I did blend the patchiness and the skipping away, so I really do think it's my eyelids. I do have like a little bit of problem with skipping on the inner corner. Of majority of the time it's this eye. I think it's just more wrinkly. I will be doing another tutorial with this palette. I'm hopefully going to do like a brown smoky eye. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, some comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.